Other interesting political news, Stellantis, aka Chrysler Dodge, to be fined $190.7 million for fuel penalties. A friendly reminder, Trump did say day one in office, if he gets elected, he'll repeal the EV mandates and actually let car companies make cars that people want to buy. There's a rare word that most Americans, I think, have forgotten called the free market. It'd be kind of nice to get back to that. Now, this comes to us thanks to David Shepardson, who's a writer over at Reuters, which they specifically say, quote, exclusive Chrysler parent company Stellantis paid $190.7 million in U.S. fuel economy penalties. There you see their really not very inspiring Stellantis logo, which, I don't know, looks kind of lame to me. Nevertheless, they say, quote, they paid $190.7 million in civil penalties for failing to meet U.S. fuel economy requirements from 2019 to 2020 and owes another $459.7 million in outstanding penalties, government documents seen by Reuters show. Which can be funny to let us know, hey, government, where does that money go again? Yeah, that's right. Probably nothing. Probably overseas to countries we can't point to on a map. Certainly not doing anything for us, statistically speaking, if you look at how much money the U.S. government spends. Now, they say that, quote, the penalties paid in March and May were disclosed by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which administers the corporate average fuel economy program on a government website. Now they say, quote, Stellantis, which owns Fiat, Peugeot, and other brands, said the penalties were incurred before it was created in 2021. Stellantis said the penalties were, quote, not indicative of the company's direction, saying it was investing more than 50 billion euros, or in real dollars, well, slightly crappier fiat money, US dollars, 54.39 billion worldwide to produce EVs, including 24 US markets by 2030. Yep. Which again, keep telling people people say, oh, there's no ban on gas engines or gas vehicles. It's a de facto ban because of all of these fleet averages as well as emission averages. The only way that they can conceivably hit them is with making EVs, which right now are still glorified disposable toys since, again, you can't really repair them. You're locked in with one manufacturer. Batteries will last, if you're really lucky, 10 years, which if I go a Japanese vehicle with an internal combustion engine, they'll last about 20, 30, 40 years plus if you properly maintain them. And yeah, it's quite, politically speaking, these companies are they're hurting. And the most ironic thing is that the UAW helped get the Biden administration elected, which is they're pushing all these new laws, rules, and regulations. So they're quite literally destroying the most profitable products, which the UAW used to make, good old V8 SUVs and sports cars. And that's where they made a lot of profit. That's where you needed a lot of labor. EVs, you need much less rudimentary labor, and you need more STEM fields like science, software developers, and they're not as profitable, especially in the short term. Ford lost $132,000 per EV sold Q2 2024. So it is quite ironic that they kind of voted themselves out of a job and they, helped fund these politicians get into the office. And yeah, they probably should have backed a different pony, so to say. And again, the UAW has historically, for decades, been very, very much Democrat individually. And again, it's a group, it's an organization. There are people who are right wing in that, and overall there are more that are left. It would be interesting to see if more and more people in that organization start to realize, oh dear God, we voted ourselves out of a job. Maybe we should vote for more of a free market, or maybe we should vote for the opportunity to make things that we make the most money on that we darn near perfected, which is the good old V8 and large displacement gas vehicles. But yeah, not great if you're a shareholder of Stellantis, which again is a parent company behind Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and as well as many European brands as well, including Maserati, Fiat. But yeah, definitely not good. And again, this is why politics matter. It affects darn near every industry and every business. So not good news for the Stellantis company. And definitely kind of sad to see how far they've fallen, considering especially Dodge used to be all about making the good old Hemi V8 and putting a V8 in pretty much everything from, the Trackhawk, big old SUV. They used to do the coolest things, and now they're acquiescing to EVs and straight six engines, which is disappointing to say the least. Yet another reminder that politics is very much important to business because politicians and our government has gotten too big, controls pretty much every business in nauseam. But let me know in the comments your thoughts. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.